we seem to still be going around the same issue. The vice president is trying to make room or trying to be reasonable enough towards having time and then also defending the government that the government has the interest of its citizens at heart. Okay. So, but when we talk about giving government time, is it time after the time already given or an extra time? What's what's this whole thing about concerning time?
The SGF is basically doing its job. Its responsibility is to intervene for government.
Yeah.
And he's doing his best to ensure that God does not go on strike. And certainly, the truth is, going on strike would definitely affect the system. Definitely would affect the system because the bulk of government functionality is on civil servants, which forms the labor. And should these guys go on strike, it's going to halt government operations. The political staff, they are not enough to run government. And the bulk of the civil servants does that. So should they go on strike, it's definitely. And governments reasonably would always appeal that that should not happen. But that is the only strength Labour has. That's the greatest strength they have. There are other avenues they can explore, but this seems to give them quick result. If they have to go to court, of course, it's going to take processes for them to get verdict. But the strike thing gives them an instant course of action. You just hush your operations, and then it affects government. But it's going to be in the interest of everybody if government understands that there is a distrust already, and they should make more efforts to earn the trust. The only thing that will make Labour subpedal on utilizing the strike option is when they see sincerity on the part of government. When they begin to see that, government is really, really sincere, working around the clock
Yes.
to ensure that their demands are being met, you're going to see that Labour itself will become reasonable. In fact, the populists will become the judge in the case.
Yes.
And if Labour wants to go on strike, the populists will be able to speak up. You even see members of the union say, no, we're not going on strike. All right? But if government continue, Labour has seen it all, I would want to say. They've seen past administrations. You saw how it was with the Buhari-led administration, how they were dragging and all. They don't want to be taken for granted. That's what Labour does not want.
All right.
And government has got to, ensure that trust is earned. That's the only way they can subpedal.
All right. Now, let's really look at it from the angle of the SGF, who says that, which is primarily what we're talking about, the strike is not in the best interest of Nigerian workers or Nigerians, as the case may be. If the strike is not in the best interest of Nigerians, so demand or pressure the government to do what needs to be done, what then is in the interest of Nigeria? The silence. We don't know when anything is going to take place. We don't know what then should be the interest of Nigerians if we're looking at it from his perspective.
Well, I think his perspective is to the effect that, government is trying to do everything possible to have this work. And if Labour goes on strike, which forms a bulk of government force, it's going to even halt their operations to be able to do what they need to do for even Labour itself. I think that's the angle they are coming from.
All right.
But then, we should put an end to lip services, and there should be real-time solution to all of these problems